Brian, by the way. I can get you across seas if you marry my son. You miss me? We're gonna be talking about the curse site. I did it out of order, and that's okay. So technically, book 1 to A Cursed Awakening. It is about Lenora. She is from the country of Norraine. She is the crown princess. She has 2 other siblings after her. She is the one who's going to take over. In this realm, in this world, mages exist. There are fire mages, earth mages, who also deal with rock and trees. Thank you for that. Water mages, and then there are spirit mages and healer mages, I believe. Princess Lenora has a very rare gift that has been passed down through generation. Actually, it's supposed to be passed down from generation, but it skips several generations, and she's the first one that it shows up in like several hundred years. It's a lot, okay? Her particular gift is being able to, so if she was to touch me and I was to touch her, we would see my death at the same time. That's terrifying, which makes a lot of sense. And so we start off with a book where, as little kids, like 9-10-year-old, you know, with her friend, she is having fun at a swimming hole, and it leaves you with the illusion that she's like, as they're playing, things happen. She like touches her hand, her friend's hand, and her friend sees her drowning, which apparently happens that time. And so then she kind of like, Elsa, let it go. No, not that one. What is it? Don't let them see, don't let them feel. I can sing along better. But she conceals her powers with gloves and a charm necklace, okay? She is a crown princess. She has really been wanting to be an ambassador for the kingdom of Newton. So she can experience and help, especially being all of that knowledge to help her country. It is a small country, so she wants to be able to build it. So we get to the council meeting. Everyone agrees. Heck yes, we are greenlit to go. So she has 3 of her guards, 3 guards, and then 1 more guard. His name is Lawrence. They're all gonna go with her to this other country. Perfect! And actually, this other country has her, like, uncle, great uncle, his family, it's familial ties, okay? So we get there, all is great, all is well with the world, perfect. And then we get there. She has the most bristly of warmest welcomes with, oh my God, with her cousin. We ain't gonna talk about him, but we will. So I get there, there's not that great of a reception, and we notice, we're like, hey, this ain't kosher. Things are kind of looking weird. So the very night she gets there, she's like, well, maybe I can go to the library, because this is also where the first ancestor of the curse site that actually has this gift, that's where the library is. It's also part of the reason why she wanted to go to the ambassador program. Well, she gets there and all this good stuff. Well, she hears one of the cousins, because there's 3 of them. There's 2 boys and a girl. When she gets to the library, she kind of hides herself, and then she hears the eldest talk about taking out their sister and their parents, and then making sure everything is ready for tonight. What? I'm sorry, excuse me? And she's like, oh dear God. Oh my gosh. Oh! Come to find out, she's in the middle of a coup and she didn't even sign up for it. I didn't sign up for this! That's exactly what happened. As everything is supposed to plan out for the night, things start getting quiet. There are no more guards there, which is very weird. This happens, and Lawrence is like, he comes there and is like, we gotta go. They killing people because he's crazy, he wants to take over the throne. We needs to go. She's like, I'm not leaving without the other guards. He's like, fine, I will go get them, and we'll meet you here, and we will go. Well, sad news, the other guards don't make it. Lawrence does. However, she meets with the middle brother, who's the earth mage. And they're in a battle, they're doing all the things, and she grabs him, right? She grabs him, and she sees his death, where his elder brother is going to run him through with a sword, and he just like screams, oh my God! No, he's an earth magic. I'm sorry, he's an earth mage. He's an air mage. That's right. There are air mages as well. There are air mages. I know this. you know this. He was an air mage. That being said, he was like, well, my brother's gonna kill me anyway. I'm gonna let you go. Please go now. It's your only chance. So she books it. She books it into the woods, past this castle, goes, does the thing. As she's running, there's a group of wolves that come and chomp on her leg. And I don't mean just like, oh, it's a nibble. I mean like her left foot, he like twisted and wrenched it, and I was like, oh my God, this hurts. So she finally gets away and she stumbles across this beautiful cabin that the wolves will not go to. There's like an invisible boundary. She gets in there and is like halfway kind of deserted, and she's like, what is happening? Gets in there and there's this big, beautiful bear. Not at the moment, but this big, beautiful bear comes in and roars in her face and is like, I will kill you if I have to. And he morphs back and he's like, who are you? And what are you doing in my cabin? And she was like, to be fair, to her credit, she's like, I'm not gonna tell you who I am. Well, she didn't say that, but she's like, I'm Lenora. That's all you need to know. And he helps her with her leg and everything. Come to find out, he's a bear shifter. Okay. He's the bear shifter. I'm Team Bear all the way! Anyways. So we get there. She stays the night. He's a respectful gentleman, by the way. Respect, okay? Respectful. So, that being said, he bandages her up. She stays the night. He feeds her. And he's like, well, let's get you some help tomorrow morning. That way we can go into town and I can get you to a boat back home. So that way you're safe. In the meantime, that all being said, Lawrence. So they go out and they're on their way there and there's a wolf that follows them. Yeah. Well, one of the wolves that follow them. Come to find out, Lawrence is a wolf shifter. And we learn a little bit about Alejandro. He is technically the second son of his nation, Alegria, and his brother went on a rampage, killed their youngest brother, Luis, and their mother and father. And go check out book 2 as to why. At this point, I'm like, what? Why is everybody throwing coups? Why don't we just throw a coup party? I don't know. So we come to find out that Lawrence is also from Alegria, and he, Alejandro and Lawrence are like, because he loves Lenora, but he's always afraid to touch her. And the only person who's never been afraid to touch her is Alejandro. And that's a whole thing. Come to find out, they're from the same country. Alejandro is trying to get back to his country, overthrow his brother, not kill him, overthrow, so he can rightfully take his place on the throne and get his people back. Well, that halfway happens. So they go into this town. And there's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little couple. They're so sweet. I love them. But then the crazy wolf comes back. The gnawing, I'm gonna bite your ankle off because I love violence. Violence! That is literally his whole MO. And he's like, I'm looking for a princess. Y'all seen her? And they're like, no, we have not seen her. Because, they're loyal to Alejandro. They already met her. They're like, she's cool. Mm-mm. But yeah, they're like, oh, no, we have not seen her. Good. If you do, you better let me know. So that being said, it's one of those, how everything just kind of falls into place. Well, everything falls into place. The people of Alegria are those that are not in the country still. They support Alejandro. He also sends a couple of his guards with him, Manny and Carlos. Ugh, those two, they're so funny. They're funny. He sends them with her because he's like, I love you and I am not gonna let something happen to you. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So they separate ways. He's gonna go do his kingdom. She's gonna go back home. Back home! She does not go. Hi, Tom! She takes Manny, Carlos, and Lawrence. They're heading through. Well, there's a bunch of people that snatch her up and is like, we're gonna sell you for money, slaves! That sounds terrible, I promise. But, medieval times, if you didn't have a certain look about you, which, you know, if you're trying to be smart, you be incognito, people gonna round them up and they're gonna sell you to slavery. If you watch Apothecary Diaries, it's the same concept, guys. Same concept, okay? So, at this point, like, also her leg was never fully healed. That was the other issue. Well, it happens again where her ankle nearly gets, like, wrenched out of socket, and the people who pick her up, like, are traitors. And they starve her and all this good stuff. It's a whole madhouse, okay? It's a madhouse. That being said, at the same time, like, all of this is happening, because the ship that was supposed to take them does not take them. And so what ends up happening is that there's another group of people who show up and they bust Lenora and her crew out, not knowing who they are. And they take her to the mansion. The mansion. Again, I highly encourage you to go check out A Cursed Awakening right after this, because you will know where this is going. Lord, oh my gosh, Lord Brentwood, Brian Brentwood, and his son, Matthias. So they bring Lenora and her crew into the fold, because they were also missing people from these traders. And Lenora is smart because she's like, I got a bad feeling about these mother truckers, like, Well, and there's a reason why I'm glad she had that feeling. And she was like, she doesn't tell her whole name, what she's doing or whatever. She's like, well, I just need to get across these. And he's like, well, I can, this is Brian, by the way, I can, get you across seas if you marry my son. Because of the whole coup, if we help you take down your cousin, you marry my son. Well, I can't defeat him by myself. And she's strategic about this. She's not stupid. She's very smart. She's like, I can't, in her mind, she's like, I can't beat my cousin with this. So I was like, what do I do? So she took some time, she thought on it, and she entered into a contractual marriage with Matthias Brentwood. I mean, he is technically a good guy. He's an okay guy for the most part. He's kind of sweet. Anywho's, so that happens, and they go back to Newton. They, especially with the Brentwood forces and whatnot, especially, like, somehow she's also able to get home because her mom is a spirit walker. She's a spirit mage, so she's able to, like, enter into dreams and talk with somebody, if that makes sense. So Lenora is able to talk to her because she kind of spiritually reaches out to her mom, and they, like, assemble the Iranian army, and boom. So basically that army shows up, this army shows up, and even some bear shifters show up too. They all come together, they take over the cousin, they kick him to the curb. And him dead. Him dies. It's okay. And then Lenora and Matthias become king and queen contractually for the country of Newton. But she is still longing and loving for her Alejandro, which he does actually come to her aid during this. And they say the sweetest goodbyes, because he's like, I also have to take over the crown for my kingdom, but I love you. And that is also when they kiss at the end of the book. Also, there's a giant spider we will not talk about because Miss Ma'am does not like spiders. Okay? Don't like spiders. I do have arachnophobia. Just saying. Anyways, that's the first time they have their first kiss. Ooh! And then that is where we are left off, is that Lenora is left in Newton to be a queen that she's kind of afraid to be of because she wasn't planning on doing that. She was planning on being an ambassador. She is contractually married to someone she doesn't fully know, nor does she trust at the moment. And she has found the love of her life. Because also, let's be real, Alejandro and Lawrence kind of like, And because Lenora's heart belongs to Alejandro, and there's another reason if you check out book 2, we're just saying, if you check out book 2, that she's like, I can't be with you, Lawrence. I love you, you're my best friend, but I can't be with you, not like that. So, So, The Curse Site by Jennifer Roachford. I think I finally said her name right. It's because of how I talk. I think it says the wrong way. It is really good. Highly recommend that you go check it out. And I also wanted to do this as special because this time last year, I arced for this book, and I read this book, and I also did an audio promo for this book. So it does have special meaning. So yeah, highly recommend go check it out. So if you haven't, like the video, subscribe to the video, and comment down below. Okay, bye!